Hi everyone, it's Anja here. I'm back with another video for Ophelia Crafts. Now today we are making flowers. Look at this. This is a flower I made using punches, and I used the 1 3/4 scallop punch for the flower itself. The strip I cut with scissors, and for the leaves I used the fun flower punch, this one. Alright, so let's get started and I'll show you how I made this, and I also show you what I've done with them. Right, so this is rose red and elegant eggplant and mossy meadow. I'm going to make the flower again, but in the opposite way. So I'm going to punch out the scalloped circle punch, the 1 3/4, 5 of them you need. 1, 2. I had to start a new page, but these flowers are ideal for using up scraps. So that's that. Then I cut from this page here, where I used the other one, I cut a strip of 1/2 inch. Oh, why can't I pick it up? 1/2 inch. And you don't need more than that, so 1/2 inch is fine. So very often I have this left when I'm cutting cards, so ideal again for using up scraps. And then here we're just going to use one of these flowers, and I'll show you how to turn those into leaves. So what we need to do is we have our flowers, and we're going to place them all together like that. And we are going to put our piercing tool straight through the middle. You wriggle it about, well, just as long as you think it's the middle, that's fine. You wriggle it about a bit so you make a little hole. And you're going to need a brad for the middle of the flower, which obviously I forgot to get out. I'm just using any old brads basically. I had these in my stash. So a brad, and we push it through the hole that we made. She says, yeah, there we go. It's not quite in the middle, but it doesn't really matter. Push the brad open like that. And then we are going to just put something on our work surface because I want to protect it. And I have here a stamping spritzer. It looks dirty, but it isn't. I've been using basic grey on that, so that's why it's stained. And we're just going to spritz the paper, and we're going to bring it all up. Oop, make sure you spritz onto your project and not somewhere else. Oh dear, I've spritzed everything on my desk by now, I think. Can you see what I'm doing? I'm just squashing it up like that to make it... It's quite dark. Can you see the shape I'm making? So you're bringing it all up, and you're squashing it together, and then each time in between you have to spray as well. So you can be quite liberal with your water. This paper can actually take it quite well. So you're bringing it all up, and between each layer you need to spray. Obviously this flower is going to have to dry, so that's why I had the example ready to show you already. Yes, that was on my fingers instead of on my flower. And the one last one here. Right, so be careful you don't hurt yourself on that brad end there. But can you see how I'm squashing it together? Yeah, so you have one big blob of flour like that, and then we're going to open it up again very carefully, right, until we see the brad. Where is it? Ah, it's hidden. There we go. See? Yep. And so now all our petals sort of are 3D'd basically. And let's put that aside for just a moment. Next thing we're going to do, let me just dry my hands, is do the middle. Now, you could do this with your fringe scissors, but to be honest, it's very quick. This is how I do it. I sort of keep the scissors in the same place, but I move the paper slightly. And if you make sure you just end your cut just before the end of the paper there. Oops. Try to do it as small as you can, but to be honest, it doesn't really matter. Can you see? It doesn't really take all that long. This strip is, like I said, 1/2 inch. And it's nearly the whole length of the paper, sort of with bar 2 inches, I think. So the longer your strip, the thicker your middle will be. If you want it a little bit thinner, that's fine. Just cut your strip thinner, shorter. It doesn't take long. She keeps saying, yeah, do take a little bit more care when you're doing this for your flower. But look, we're nearly there. There. Okay, so now we have this sort of really long fringe, and I have got my hot glue gun heating up here, because for flowers I like using it because it's sort of instant bond. And that's exactly what I need. So now we are rolling up our fringe, and we had that little bit of glue in the beginning, so it all stuck nicely together. See, there we go. Then we have the end. We're going to put a little bit of glue on the end. There we go. So that's what we need for that. And then we can fan it out a little bit with our fingers, like that. And then we take our wet flour, and I know it's still wet, and this is how it's going to fit in, right? And it doesn't matter, you can glue it in even though the flour is still wet. And I just put that in, and I plump up the petals again, sort of a little bit around it, and then going down. And basically that's our flower, so we need to just dry that now. And then for the leaf, what I do is I cut it in two. So basically you can do 2 flowers with this, and you just take that and put that on one side, because I like having one leaf on one side and then the other one on the other side. And then we put this one on the other side, look, so you have a flower with 3 leaves. Right, so this is the flower we've made. This now has to go and dry. This is the flower I made before, and this are some more flowers I made. So I decorated a box which is full of cards with these flowers. This is Marina Mist and Whisper White, and I made these 2 flowers the same way as I did these. And this flower is a little bit different, so I will tell you about that in the next video. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy my videos. Give me a thumbs up if you do, and see you next time. Bye!